Greetings and welcome in to episode 4 Stationeers Live. Mad Head AK's Mars playthrough. So, last episode, episode 3, we kind of prepped for our solar panels and tracking. I think we got everything built for it. Um, so, hopefully, today we'll be able to get that set up and then it'll be build and walk away. Um, what was it, 2 episodes ago, I think it was, we were talking about hygiene. I wasn't really quite sure what, if it adversely affected us in any way. So I did a little research and I want to share that with you guys. So I got the website here. If we look, I've got hygiene on the screen right now. And being in a suit with the helmet closed is a surefire way to have your hygiene drop. And hard suits are especially bad. Opening your helmet will slow your hygiene from getting worse, and getting out of your suit will allow hygiene to naturally refresh over time. You can also construct a shower and supply it with the water to instantly refresh your hygiene to higher than default values, right? Hygiene has no direct effect on the character's attributes, but will affect the mood, and that's a clickable link of the character once it drops too low. So if we click on mood, your mood will drop if your hygiene is depleted or if you take damage. It's fairly easy to avoid in most cases, and if you find yourself with low mood, it can easily be fixed by hanging out in your base and increasing your hygiene. If your mood gets too low, it will cause your hunger to drop faster, right? And if it becomes critical, then your tool usage and movement speed will take a very minor debuff. Showering to improve your hygiene will also help to improve your mood. So there's that. Wanted to share that with you guys. So without further ado, let's jump in and get that solar tracking set up. Hopefully we can figure it out. And then it's just um, build and forget, add more solar panels as needed. Maybe if we're lucky today, we'll get a station battery in there so we can bank some of that power that we're going to get. And then we'll have power available to us at night. So here we go. I did off stream, actually today, I kind of like paused the time so that the moon wasn't not moon, the sun wasn't moving. It kind of just stopped time, and I sat there where our solar array is that we built the other day. I was just kind of thinking about how I want to set this up. Um, got to looking at it, and if you look, I did change it, right? They were kind of going this way. Got to thinking, going this way, the sun kind of comes up over there, goes up, and it's there now, and then sets. Going this way, they might block each other. So I changed it so that they're kind of going north to south now. I believe I'm facing, yeah, I'm facing south. So they're going that way. So hopefully they don't block each other's sunlight. And if that's still the case, we can always just leave an empty block right there. But I believe last episode, let me turn this on. I believe last episode we built everything to get this thing set up. So should have 4 logic chips, the daylight sensor, a memory for the offset, and then a processor to help with the vertical offset side. So we can, what is this? Oh, that's my ice bag. We can leave that in here for now. Leave that in there. Put our suit on. then if we have room for all this stuff, let's see, that'll go first, second, and we need the memory, mass. Should be it. How's our drink? Oop, that's empty. Let's put that right there. Top everything off. How are we doing? Yeah, we're gonna have to get water up pretty quick. There we go. Water's gonna be easy, man. Everything is, I believe it's in here. Yeah, everything's right here. We just gotta set it up. We got our water tank right there. Just gotta set it up, even if temporary. And we'll just take a quick bite. We don't have to worry about it. Oh, and that's empty. How are we doing? One left in there. We got a whole nother box though. Alright. Close that. So on my desktop I got a to-do list to kind of keep things structured during the stream. And what we can do is we can transfer that to, I believe it's made in here. A sign? Yep, it's made in here. So we can transfer that to the sign. So we have, make a to-do list and kind of keep a structure going. And then 1 and 3, those are the hotkeys for your, so 1 for the helmet, as you can see, 3 for the suit. Lock that, and we'll go outside. Hopefully we get this right. And then it's just walk away and forget about it. Plug it in as we go. So, I kind of like to work towards the solar array. So, if we put our solar sensor down, our daylight sensor, data ports right there. I'm going to try and give as much room as I can. And then we want the logic readers, so we can put 1. Ooh. I need the data going the other way. I don't want to do this, because they both just have to read the, I need room for cable in between. Maybe here? Like that? I'm gonna need a lot of cable. Okay, but, and I'm gonna need a labeler. Which cable do we have right now? Not enough. Alright, so we're gonna need 1 logic memory. If we do, the easy one's gonna be the horizontal. So if I leave the horizontal here on the top row, right, see all our data's on this side. And we use this bottom end for the vertical. I could put it, do I need just 1 or 2? I think I just need 1. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And then use the logic math. Because I gotta go out to the vertical reader too, but I gotta come in from the memory. I need power here for this. figure it out, man. Okay, so if I leave room now this, so that's the logic reader, right? The batch writer is gonna write to any item type, right? So as long as it's a solar panel dual, you only need this one for each side. So we could, I need power right there. Ugh, there's not enough room. Wonder if I could combine those powers. Let's try that. Because I need the data there. No, I think if I flip this upside down. Hold on. Put that there. Flip this upside down. Yeah, it's going the other way. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have a mess of cable. It's gonna look like a big city freeway here. Yeah, because you gotta come in from the math unit. And that's just gonna be a straight cable straight across. We can actually move this. I don't know if that's blasting you guys out or not. We can move this one to like right here. Make sure it's a batch writer though. That one. Yeah. I got power on this side, data going through, data going out. I need power here. It's gonna be a mess. At any rate, we'll figure it out as we go. So I've got 6 cable. I'm gonna need a lot more. We got plenty. We'll make quite a bit. Ooh, then we're gonna need, yeah, then we're gonna need the heavy cable for the solar panels, because the more we put up, right, the more wattage we're gonna get, and you're gonna want the capability for high wattage. We don't want to have to replace cable if they get burned out for whatever reason. We'll start with 20 and see how that goes. I do want to get some heavy cable up though. I think I need the tool manufacturer for paint. Yeah, I can't make that yet. That way you can kind of color code your networks, you know. And we'll definitely be doing that later. I need my tool belt over here. So we'll start with daylight sensor side. This is gonna be crazy. That's gonna look like a city freeway here pretty soon. And we have to go to both, because we need both the angles. Now, there's no power yet. And my light died. Okay. Anyway. going to... Boom, that's done, right? All we have to do now is hook this, and I may kind of run the edge here, so I got room for... Crap, where am I going to get my power from? See, power's over there. We may have to come through and underneath temporarily. We'll figure it out. Look at that, 17 days without dying. Okay. Then we need to connect this. So now, I'm not gonna have enough cable. Told you. Alright. But now we can actually kind of set this horizontal up. So we're getting, as you can see, there's a solar angle right there. The horizontal and the vertical. Horizontal is currently at -89 and the vertical's at 91. So we can set this up, and you got to use a screwdriver, because if you don't switch hands, you can't do anything. So screwdriver to change it, and we're looking on the reader side, the daylight sensor for both. Okay. And then we want the I believe, because we're dealing with two, this should be horizontal, right? Yeah. And then we're coming in from the logic reader. The device will be the solar panel dual. Oop. If you screw up, you can hit C. Solar panel dual. And what we want is the horizontal. And this should be done. If this had power, it'd be tracking the sun at least on this plane. That's set up. And then on this side, we want the infinite daylight sensor, and we want the vertical. There. Now, from the logic reader, actually, we do the memory first. From the memory, we're going to the input on the math unit. And the what is this? Input 2. I think actually that needs to be here.
Power low.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we can tie it all in. But this needs... We really need this. I'm not gonna have room. Yeah, it's gonna end up being a rat nest in here. Yeah, 'cause I gotta go this way. No, wait. this way. Right, because what we're trying to do is we still need the horizontal angle. So what we're trying to do is we need to get the horizontal angle from the daylight sensor, right? And we need to subtract, or this is the vertical angle. We need to subtract the 90-degree offset, right? Because we have it laying flat, not up and down. If we had it laying up and down, it'd be different. But we need this difference. So, and I don't think it's gonna work because it's gonna want to tie into that other one. Oh, maybe it will. Look at that. And go right. Yeah, see how it tied in there. And we just come back into here. That's tied in. I think we only need the one side. I'm pretty sure. We're out of cable though, so we gotta get more. Turn that light off. I'm gonna rob a battery from somewhere. I can't see. You know what we need to do? Put another battery. So we got a spare. Maybe two batteries. We'll do a large and small. I need light. That's something else we can do today. Battery. So let's do... Got steel somewhere. Who's got the steel? I can barely see. Oh, he didn't have it. It's probably in here. Yeah, we need to get some light in here, man. Steel. Turn that off. Sorry about the low biz, guys. We'll fix that. Search. Battery. Put one of those out. Arrow, because we only need one. And then we could actually get the other one ready. Oh. Print. Arrow. Put that one up. Charge it. Here, we got some light now. Oh, that's probably better. Sorry, guys. We're better prepared now. Turn that off. Actually, we're gonna need to go back in there. Because we need more coil. Search. Not B. Cable. 20 more, I guess. Ugh. Copper. Please tell me I have copper. Oop, we do. Look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We'll get it all wired up and we won't have to worry about it ever again. We'll just add solar panels as needed. 16, 17, 18. That's 19. We'll stop at 20. Actually, let's do the heavy so we're not coming back and forth. So we need, I don't know. We can find out though. So typically it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 to go across one block. 4 to 5. I usually go 5, I think. So, like, just say 5, 10, 5, 10, 15 just to get to there, right? And then we probably need to go across this way to our main power hookup. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So let's just do a stack if we have enough. Cable. Looks like we probably do. Oh yeah. We're gonna run out of copper. And like I was saying earlier, we get that tool manufacturer put in here. You're able to make paint so you can kind of like separate your networks so like I don't know, I tend to do like yellow as my primary power source. So anything coming off the solar panels or the batteries typically yellow. And then, it's personal preference. You could use green for power going to the greenhouse and blue for the base or whatever, man. There's all different kinds of colors that you can use. That way you know what power network's feeding what instead of trying to guess because everything's the same color. Might go to 30 and stop it just so you guys aren't watching that. Probably gonna need more though. I'd like to get this power figured out though, because if we do, we'll have a pretty steady source instead of having to feed the coal generator over there. And then we can add some lighting in here. That way I'm not wasting my batteries. Quality of life improvements, we could do the automatic furnace. So we just toss it in and forget about it. Once we get the power situation figured out, and then we could do the advanced airlock. But I'd like to get water going today, whether it be in here or a whole nother building. See how it goes. Yeah, that's alright. We can do with what we got.
Power low.
Change that out. Better than what I got. Okay. So, lock this back in here. So, what we need to do now is, once the math is complete, we should have to go up to the batch writer, right? And then out to our devices, if we hooked it up right. Now, power's going to be an issue, because each device needs power. So, I have to think about this one. Right now, we'll just hook this up. Now, doing it this way, we can just keep nice, neat cable lines, right, going out to the rest of any solar panels that we put together. Ah, man, that's gonna cross right there. We don't want that. We'll come across this way. If that's annoying, I can just turn that off. Get up here. Come on. Get up there. Come on. There we go. Is that going? Yeah, it's going the right way. Yep, not enough. Almost made it. Right, and then we can always... Oh, we're gonna need a lot, dude. 3, 5 is 8. And 5 is 23. Yeah, just figure another 30. There's 30 heavy cable. We're probably gonna need more copper. And that'll convert our main power. Ah, and plus all this. Ugh. I'm probably gonna have to do some mining, guys. Not right now. We'll do what we can with what we have. Like to get this power situated though. That would be great. So, because I'm gonna need power. I need power. We're out of power. Huh. I don't know what that was. Did something. I'm gonna hide this for right now. Okay. Cable. Still don't have power. What the fuck? Oh, did I blow a cable? I bet I blew a cable. Wonder where. Okay, so that's another thing. Let's show you that. We don't know where... Oh, I can't. We don't know where it blew. But you can fix that, right? You can put a fusible link in there. So that it'll pop the fuse where you put it. Yeah, right there, see? Yeah, blew it. So if we put a link right here, the fuse will always blow there instead of somewhere along this network, right? You just gotta cut that out. Put your new new stuff in, and unfortunately it burned up all my coal. So why did it do that? It's not backbeating somewhere, is it? Good there. That's outlet. I don't think tied in the back. Because there's no power limit on this, man. It'll kick out, I think it's like 20,000 watts. And these cables only handle up to 5,000. So yeah, we gotta get the solar figured out. And my light died. Still don't have power. I'm afraid to kick that on again. I don't want to keep wasting cable. I guess we could figure out how to wire this up while we're waiting. Now the sun comes up. So, what you can do is, after these are built and placed, you can kind of tear these frames down. So if you have to reroute wire, like through here, which is probably what I'm gonna do, and tie it in. I'm almost half tempted to put another APU here. Right? Put an APU like right here, because this is now our main power feed. Turn that off. No, turn it back on. Because this is our main power feed. But it's only going to have it go one way. That's fine. Because we want this to be our main power source. So yeah, I could put like another APU here. And then run our power cable. Oh, but what if I want wind? How can we do this and benefit from both? And to kind of meet right here. Okay, so if we put an APU here, down, tear this frame out, and run the output side underneath and back, then we can supply, or even underneath and through here, and supply everything we need. That would work. Yeah. That would work pretty good. Oop. Let's do that. I'm gonna need... I need heavy cable. I try to be structured and organized, you know, but... yeah, we've got to get this figured out. I still don't have power, though. Am I gonna blow a cable again? Yep. I wonder what's going on there. It's almost like we're cross-feeding somewhere. We're not, though. That's all output. Not sure. Alright, we're gonna put that away for now. Not much we can do. Lock element, close. Close. Unlock. What we need to do is, I gotta fix that cable because we need power. Part of Stationeers, man. Troubleshooting. Yeah, we're producing now, at least with
Hydration critical.
what little wind we have, and that one solar panel. Gotta get this figured out. Ugh. Not doing good. Okay, I'm gonna need food. Well, that was it for that one. Okay, we need... I still got no power. What's going on? Man, that's insane. Okay. What if we blew a cable somewhere else on that line? Not sure. Because the charger's getting it. But the charger's off the APU. Huh. I wonder if I turn that off. Yeah, that's charging now. For some reason that was taking priority. We'll get it figured out, man. And, try and benefit from these two panels here. We'll stop at 20 and then I need regular cable, probably. 30. Got about 30. Where are we at? Should be right over there somewhere. 10, probably 15, 20. 20 ought to do it. Make 2 more just because I looked at it. See how there's half a gram in there? We'll get rid of that. we got here? Okay, so I'm almost betting if we replace this cable with heavy, we may not have that issue anymore with blowing it. Plus, we'll have extra cable. Good thing I didn't make any more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to close this real quick. Actually, that don't matter. Okay. Now, we tie in this, and then come out. What is that for? Oh, that's from the solar array. Okay. I'm gonna I'm actually gonna come down one right here. Actually, that's not gonna matter. That solar array is not gonna be. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay, and then go up. Here. Okay, that takes care of that. And we can test this theory. How much do we have left? 3. Rack. We need about 8 more, so 5 more. 5. Oh no! Jetpack off. That's the sandstorm coming in. But, oh man, I can't see. Okay. Whew. And it's blowing the other way, huh? Wonder if I can get a run at it. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Oh, I gotta get inside. Oh no. Should have made stairs. Get in there. Oh, phew. Wow. Crazy. We got power though. Excuse me for just a second. No, we don't, because I didn't hook it up. Damn. I wonder if I can use heavy cable to tie in with that wind. I don't know, I've never tried this. Like right here, you know? Will that work? Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Ugh. Get in there. Wow. Thing in here got blowed away, man. Yeah, look at that. It's charging. So green, blue is charging. Red, blue is discharging. So, and then we're gonna take advantage of this wind and charge those batteries. In fact, I could swap this out. Yeah. Okay. So let's make some. What did I say? 8 heavy cable. Is it still on there? Let's go this way. I got enough. And we can fix the solar part so it's got heavy cable on it. Five, 6, 7. Stop it. 8. That was the last of our gold. Okay. Very nice. Still blowing? Probably, huh? Oh, yeah. Notice it's a different direction, too. Because before we were getting it in towards the airlock. Now it's blowing the opposite direction. That's cool. Yeah, don't be flying around when that happens. Alright. So it's discharging now? Does that mean... Still blowing. Hmm. See what's going on with our batteries here. Not doing anything. Now it is. Must be variable wind speed. Well, that's pretty cool. We've almost got her, though. We could actually do this. You kind of hear the windstorm out there. There, that battery's charged. Do this. Or leave that in there. What's this one? Yeah, that way that one charges while we've got the wind power. Heck yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's a hurry up and wait game right now. We'll get her though. I mean, we could go out there, but we just have to be careful if we're flying around. I tend to use my jetpack if I have to get up and over stuff. Yeah, shoot. I guess while that windstorm's going. Get out of our suit. We do have water, right? We could just kind of temporarily set something up here. Drop that off. We have, yeah, this water bottle filler. Some water pipe. We don't need that. So every, I don't know how to put it. Every, like, adapter or whatever. Every machine or whatever. Anyway, they usually have a gas input, and then this with the flange, the bolts would be your liquid, typically. So we could come off the tank. Actually, let me grab this. Because I think these are weird. Yeah. If you see the numbers, the pipe has to come in from the top. So if we come up, we're going to need power. It's alright, we got lots of cable. We can tie in off of that. So if we come up, and I'm not putting it on the wall because I think the pipe will radiate the water, the warmer temperature in here outside. So if we keep it we keep it inside till we can make some insulated pipes, we'll be able to maintain our water temperature. And you don't want freezing cold water for your oh, it needs to be on a wall. Damn. Alright. I'll have to make some insulated pipe. Sounds like the windstorm quit anyway. We'll mess with that later. I really want to get this power figured out. Swap batteries. 3. Yeah. Swap that out. Swap that out. Turn it off. Okay. I may not have enough. Just thought about... We'll see. Light. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we may. This way we're just prepared, right? We don't have to worry about blowing cables the more we add on to this. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we got enough. 1 to spare. And we're all hooked up on the solar side. Okay, so next thing we wanted to do was tie in on another APU. Kind of right here. Going in. I need the thing up there to mount the APU on. Going in, and then the output side feeding our logic so we can get that powered and see if we're tracking correctly. So we'll get an APU built. I may have to go mine something, but we'll see. We'll see. Turn that off. We will unlock it open. I believe that's built here. Area. Yep. Ooh, solder? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Because I don't have the ores. damn. Iron and lead, yeah. What's another way we can do that? I'd rather have battery backup for these guys. Where's this power come in? We could... Yeah, but the generator's right there. And that's gonna burn a lot of power. That's like 1, 2... 250? 250 watts just to keep those running. Turn that off. And we're discharging already. I've got to get this power going. I may have to come off of this. That panel's gonna go away. So we could stub it through the wall. We could stub it through the wall here. And when we make the alloys, right, we can, I'm just gonna stub it right there. Yeah, we'll fix that, because that's the solar array. When we make the alloys, we'll be able to make an area power controller for that solar array, so it's got a battery backup. Because we don't want it to run out of power. If it's got a battery backup for itself, you know, it'll track the sun even at night, you know. Hello? What do I do? Double click it? Must have. Okay. Back. Turn this back on. Get rid of... Can we get rid of that whole thing? Yeah, that ain't doing nothing. We need this, though. Actually, that's our only source of solar energy right now. This. And then... Okay, so... we need to go... We can actually just come down. J. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We'll pry this open. And then... I'll use that later. What the hell? There we go. Right, where's that cable? Should be right there. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go down. It it keeps it neat, you know. And we can always paint this stuff later. Now I can go back around. If I can get out of here. I think I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, go back around. Alright, now we need power. We're gonna have to open this up. think we're gonna have to open this up too. There we- Okay, go this way. Hopefully we have enough. Okay, where do we need power here? Maybe in the middle there. And what we can do is I'm gonna have to dig it out. What we can do is kind of just preset this so we know where to tie into. So we know our power's here. If I come down, keep it neat and tidy. Come down this way. And then this one. And uh-oh. We're not crossing right there, are we?
Jetpack low.
Nope. That's the first time I've ever run out of jetpack juice. Okay. So there's all that. So if I come down here, like that, and then I can tie it in. There, I guess. Right there. Yep. And flip it around as well. Like that. Okay, those will have power. That'll get power. We need to get power to this one. That way. And then that way. Up. And where are we here? So I need to stub it this way. Right there. Come on. Right there.
Jetpack low.
I know, lady. Not much I can do about it. I don't have any...
Jetpack low.
Wow. She's persistent. There. And there. Okay, so that keeps it kind of neat. It keeps it separate from our data connections, right? So, really, we have power. I can turn... Before we do that, let's see if we got everything hooked up correctly. Alright, we're coming in from the daylight sensor. To the logic reader. Yep, we're reading the... That's the vertical. This is the horizontal. In from the logic reader. Horizontal to the solar panel. Okay, and then
Jetpack
this
low.
side. Yeah. This we need. Let's see. 90. And then this should be this should be, let's see, the input should be from the logic reader. Logic reader. And then we're going to, look like that's already set, right? And then we want the, because we're going to add the 90 degrees for the daylight sensor for the vertical angle. We're going to write to the, no, it's input, that should be input 2, so we need it from the memory. That one. Logic reader, add 90 from the memory. Okay. Yeah. And then our input here, yeah, should be from the logic math. Out. We haven't done that yet. So out to the dual panels. I believe it's vertical. Because this is taking care of the offset of the daylight sensor, right? Vertical wouldn't matter if it was up and down. But because it's laying flat for the horizontal, this is already taken care of. Now this is with the magic done. So if we turn it all on, we're gonna burn 250 watts pretty. Did I not tie that in? Nope. That's alright. Fixable. Yeah, as long as I don't cross wires there. I got enough cable. Come down. I believe it's centered on this. Yep. So we could really, actually, can't we just? We'll do it this way. Okay. The way. Tax the lawmakers. Yep, doing solar tracking. Man, it's been so long since I've been on Mars. It's been prior to the update. I'm hopefully got this set up right. Okay, I can kind of go over it with you. I got the horizontals easy. Daylight sensor laying flat, facing, what are we, south, I guess? Yeah. There's my dual input solar panels. I tend to be neat and tidy, so I keep my data and my power separate. And then horizontal setup. Vertical we did logic reader to a math unit. We're set to 90. I haven't turned this on yet. So we're reading from the math writer and the logic reader. It's set to add currently. And then we turn that on. Yeah, there's an error. I figured there would be. Why though? Logic memory. Logic reader. Oh. It's because they're not labeled. I'm probably reading 2 different ones. Yeah, let me go fix that. Yeah, just getting started, man. I'm trying to get my power squared away. Then we can worry about other stuff. Because power's gonna help with everything else. Labeler. I'm just hoping I got everything set up right. We'll know when the sun comes out. Tax lawmakers, you played Stationeers before, man? Seems like it, huh? Okay, so this is... We're just gonna call this... horizontal... reader... horizontal writer... And this will be vertical reader. This will be vertical differential. This will be
Hydration critical.
just vertical math. Vertical writer. Okay, here comes the sun, just in the nick of time. Okay, so if we change... I don't think that's gonna matter. That's not gonna matter. Horizontal reader, yep. Okay. That's not gonna matter. That's not gonna matter. This needs to be vertical reader, vertical differential, and this should be vertical differential, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be the corrective value. And my jetpack died. Wonderful. Okay, but the vertical's way off, man. Looks like the horizontal's working great. It's this that's wrong. So maybe... subtract. No. Should be from the vertical reader. That should be from the memory. Did I set that to 90? I did. What if we do... I have no idea. Whoa, too much. Over. We could do this? No. That's not right either. Change that back to add, maybe? No. Huh. It's not where I need it, though. Damn it. Almost seems like my horizontal's off. It's not, though. The vertical angle. Hmm. Well, we can see what we got. Grab this glass and put it on there. Oh, it's damaged. Okay. Just need to fix that real quick. Bloody hell. There we go. Yeah, the efficiency, it's not tracking. Something's wrong with our mouse here. Tiny. Add. Oh, let's try.
Waste tank caution.
Let's try just decreasing it. 26, 20. It's going down, isn't it? Is it because that other panel's in the way? Not really. It's just the wrong angle. What the hell's going on now? Hydration? Now I'm taking damage. Great. We'll figure it out, man. Get another piece of glass too and fix that. Oops.
Hunger caution.
days are just too short. Can't construct it because there's too much damage. That's interesting. That's not benefiting from the data side? Did I lose power somewhere? It's a batch writer. Solar panel dual. It's hooked up. Everything's running. What the fuck, dude? It's like that one's not getting the vertical. I gotta fix this jetpack. It's got the same horizontal. Oh my god. It's got the same horizontal, right? Yes. It's not getting the vertical angle though. Why? Batch writer, batch writer. It's powered on. Oh, this is strange. Can I move this? Yeah, I should be able to though. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, so something's not working. This should be right, the way it's set up now. But when the sun was up, they weren't at their peak efficiency. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll have to figure it out. I think I can put... Bloody hell. I need my jetpack. think I can put these back. This should be working, but apparently not. Right on, dude. Yeah, apparently I've got an issue with my solar tracking. The way it's set up, it should be working, but when the sun was up earlier, my panels didn't have peak efficiency, so I'll have to see what's going on when the sun comes back up. And I haven't played Mars since the update, so. Got some work to do. Move the daylight sensor. I think it's working. I don't know, sun's down. Cause I tried changing the math, but I got the daylight sensor facing south, basically port to the north. And the power ports are, they say, you know, like 90-degree offset from the daylight sensor. That way you don't have to worry about your, one of your angles, and I believe it was the horizontal. Yeah. Solar panels, yeah. Yep. Because the horizontal seems to be working, right? They were tracking the sun, just the vertical angle of the panels weren't. I wasn't getting peak efficiency. Something was up there. We'll see how it goes when sun comes back up. And I can change the daylight time so the days last longer. We got time to figure it out. Gotta fix my jetpack, and we need some stuff for that. I need a crusher. Ugh, need to make... Oh man, I need all kinds of stuff. Oxygen's running out.
Air tank critical.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to do that here too, man. Tweak it a little bit till it works. I was hoping I didn't need another math for the horizontal, because honestly, the horizontal is working perfectly. I just got to get the vertical to work. Figure it out when the sun comes out. Yep. So you're conquering Mars now, huh? You have a setup kind of like that? The 2 logic readers off the daylight sensor, and then 1 math, 1 memory for your vertical angle? Yep, no worries. I think this is how I did it on Mars last time. I don't remember. I don't think I had a horizontal math unit. I may have. And we lost power. Hey, we can test out our coal, though, if I have any left. I changed it to heavy cable. we go. Pretty sure I got it all hooked up right. Pretty sure. I need the sun. Alright, so to fix our jetpack, is it in here? Yeah. Iron and copper. And there it is. Alright, let's go out and check that out real quick. Place on that block helmet. Get rid of this. Can actually get rid of a bunch of crap. That in there. I need this. I don't need that. Probably done with this. That's about it. How are we looking here? They are not tracking. Dude, there's something wrong with this. I got no jetpack. I don't think it's subtract. No. A one math unit? That's all I got too. Could I have hooked this up on the wrong side? I don't think so. Connection for data. No. That's just power. Ah, crap. You dummy. I think we're gonna solve our problem. Bet it works now. No, that didn't work. What's going on there? That is the vertical reader. Yeah. This should be add. This should be from the math differential, the differential. Just set to 90. That should be working. Vertical reader. I've already changed it to subtract. It didn't change. It's almost like it's not reading it. Batch writer comes in from the differential, which is... Maybe that's wrong. My differential's my memory. Should be coming from vertical math. That one. Oh, look at that. Troubleshooting, man. That's all you gotta do. And it's still wrong. Okay, hold on. What, did we change this? Okay, so if we go back to add. That didn't do it. I gotta get that 100% efficiency. Okay, but that looks like... Hold on. Let it settle out. So, kind of like you said, tax the lawmakers. You know, I agree with that statement. I think if we just freaking... Well, if you add, though, won't it flip it? Or subtract, I mean. Won't it flip it the correct way? No, I lose. Oh, but do I lose efficiency because the sun? No. Look at that. They're way off. So if we go back to add and turn our damn sensor around, maybe. I don't know. Ugh. I'll bet we get the same problem, though. We'll just put it here and rerun the cable. Okay, but we're gonna have to reset everything.
Hunger caution.
Screw you. I really don't care. In from the daylight sensor. In from the daylight sensor. Out the... So this is all horizontal. Horizontal. Reader. Horizontal. Out. Okay. In from the daylight sensor. Out the vertical. And then this stuff should be from the vertical reader. Are we getting it? Where'd the sun go? 79% efficiency. Boom. I think that did it. That one's 99. The reason this is 100 is because I think we're getting the shadow from the front panel. So we can always put another frame out here, move it forward, and then this won't get blocked. But I think we got her, man. I think we're square. That's 100%, or 97. So that's perfect. Cool. Thanks for your help, tax lawmakers. I think we got her figured out, though. So it was add, though, right? Yeah, it was add. Okay. We got her. Now we can just keep adding down the line, man. More solar panels, more power. I don't have a station battery yet, but we'll get there. Cool. At least we got the tracking figured out. Fuck, that took the whole episode, man. I gotta go in about 15 minutes. Ugh. Sorry, guys. That's part of Stationeers, though, is You know, you'll run into these issues where you kind of have to trouble. Oh yeah, we're done with that. We can put whatever panel that was back. Um, you set something up, and if it don't work, you just gotta troubleshoot it. But we got it now, so we got it now. That's all that matters. Yeah, because now we can just add on. Forget, what do you call it? Plug and play. Ugh. Add and forget. Walk away from it. Hell yeah. Got that done. That's why I like this game. There's always multiple ways to complete a task. If there's a problem, it's me. Yeah, right? The game's not wrong. We are. Heck yeah, man. Turn that off. We need to fix... We gotta fix a bunch of crap. What do we got? Hunger? Yeah, we're gonna have to get something going. But that's cool. We did get the, we did get it figured out, so now we can just blast through and get food going, get water going. I gotta fix my jetpack. I don't know what to do about it now. I suppose we could swap it out for, the way the jetpack works, I'm sure you know, Tax. The way the jetpack works is right now there's... Do I have my Atmo tablet in there? Yeah. Jetpack works is... It's got nitrogen in it. I tend to keep nitrogen in it, but in a pinch, you can use any gas as long as the pressure in the tank is higher than the pressure of the atmosphere, right? So we got 38 kilopascals, and it's only like two kilopascals of pressure outside. So as long as the pressure in the tank is higher than what it is outside, your jetpack's gonna work fine. Doesn't matter what gas it is. You could use nitrogen, oxygen, a mix of the atmosphere. Doesn't matter. It's the pressure in the tank that matters. So, uh, but we can build a ice crusher. That's what I was looking up. We can build an ice crusher to start making like O2 because this tank over here is not going to last us very long. The other thing to do is to, and they'll benefit both. We can make another ice crusher to start melting water, right? Because water ice off gases nitrogen as well. So when we're making water, we'll be able to refill our jetpacks. The miner that works off gas also takes any gas. Oh, the mining drill you're talking about? That, the pneumatic one I never use? This one? Oh, nice. Oh, I thought it'd be... Yeah, what do they have in there? Because I never use this. Or... Because I may just borrow that. Always use the battery operated till you get to the, heavy mining drill, you know? I think that looks like nitrogen. Oh, yeah. Shoot. Problem solved. Yeah, I forgot about that, man. We can always refill that later. I know with that pneumatic mining drill, the more pressure it is, the faster it mines out. But eventually I get to the point where I'm making the heavy, and I love that thing. So goal accomplished. You know what we're gonna do though? I said at the beginning of the stream here that I keep a little to-do list on my desktop. So let's put a sign up, and we'll kind of set that up in here. And I'll flip back. Turn that off. Conserve power. Where do we want to put this? How about right here? Okay, and we get our labeler. Where did I put that? Right here. So, to do. To do. No, this isn't Java. To do. So we got solar tracking. That was the big thing, because now we're gonna not complaining. I just turn you up, but your volume is my volume, mic volume, or game audio. Well, he's figuring that out. Confirm. So see how that works? It'll get smaller. Both? Yeah, I got the game volume turned just a little bit lower than my mic audio. I had the mic like a foot away from me, so is that any better? I gotta pull up my to-do list. Documents. Where is it? Desktop. To do. So we tracked the sun, right? I had kind of had some quality of life improvements. We could set up the advanced airlock and then automate the arc furnace and then water. So we can do that. We can just do like quality of life. We can do advanced airlock and automate. I don't know if this is gonna show though. Let's do this. Quality of life. Can I tab out? No, that didn't work. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoop. Quality of life, advanced airlock, and then automate arc furnace. And then we can do, we gotta do water. So, water. Whoop. Helps if you can spell. And then confirm, right? There you go. Nice little to-do list. So next time we're on tomorrow. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. I gotta call the wife. Right, so every time we come in, we got this to go off. I've got it on my desktop too. I kind of make a to-do list of what I want to accomplish on the stream. So you got a to-do list right by the exit of the door. You know, that way it's... Oh yeah, look at that. We can do the advanced airlock, automate the arc furnace, and then water is highlighted because that's a priority right now. Yeah. So next time, man. Thanks, tax the lawmakers. Love your name, dude. And I think we should. and term limits. Not to get political, but yeah. And an age limit, please. You know? Uh but anyway, not to get political. But I forgot where I was going. But yeah, thanks for popping in, tax lawmaker. I'll be here tomorrow again for, well, 4 local for me. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. Or it's midnight GMT if you're over on the other side of the pond there. Um, Hope to see you tomorrow, maybe. If not, no biggie. I do. After I call the wife, she's actually visiting family out of state right now. So after I'm done talking with her, I go back through these streams and I post them to YouTube. Let me, in case you're curious, you know. Uh, can I do that on this? I'm on my other computer here. Now, yeah. Hold on, I'll get it posted. I don't want to sign up. I'm already signed up, you jerk. Hold on, let me do it over here. Yeah, so I rewatch my streams and post them to YouTube for later because YouTube's forever, Twitch is not, right? I do like streaming live on Twitch though. Um, so if you want to see my other episodes, they're on my YouTube channel. I actually just posted episode 3 today, so try to at least add the chapters in it. And episode, what was that? 2 or 3? I'm an emergency responder, right? So my radio went crazy during the live stream, but like I get all the calls, not what's specific to my station. So there was like 3 minutes of dead space that I edited out of the live stream and posted it to YouTube, so you won't see that. But yeah, man, thanks for coming in, and to all those guys that do watch this stream offline later, I get way more views offline than I do. Thanks for watching there, and I'll try to pump these out as fast as I can. So, uh, episode 4 complete. We got the solar tracking done. Now it's a breeze from here because we can forget about those. Just add solar panels as we go. Um, let's shoot for tomorrow. Getting the maybe a station battery if we've got the stuff for it. Check that real quick. If not, I'll mine off camera. So if we look here, go battery. Battery. Yep. So should have all that stuff. Maybe we can plug a station battery in there and we'll be able to bank some power. Oh yeah, the sun's coming up again. Let's check that out real quick. I don't mind hanging out with you guys for real quick, just to make sure. You know, always double check, if not triple check your work. Makes you proud when stuff that you've put together. Oh, we got a jetpack now. Thanks, Tax. Look at that. Yeah, perfect. 99% efficiency. We're doing good, man. All right. We're golden. Golden. It's a breeze from here on out. So yeah, tomorrow we'll try and get a station battery in there. Hopefully we can get some... I gotta put a stairwell in there too. Hopefully we can get some quality of life improvement in here. You know, I'd like to get that advanced airlock going so I don't have to keep hitting that button. Just hit the door panel button. And then automate the arc burners, because while we're in here, you know, if there's just need a quick stack of 50 iron, that goes pretty quick in here. We can throw a slot reader and a logic writer on that, and then as long as that's on, we just throw ores in there and smelt it real quick. And then definitely we got to get water going because I Man, I think that's the last box, actually. Are we out? Oh, we're out. Yep. Water's a priority for tomorrow. We'll get that done, though. We got all the stuff. I think I need to put insulated pipes here, so. Tune in tomorrow for episode 5 of Stationeers Mars playthrough on normal. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate all your support, and we'll catch you on the next one, man. Y'all be safe. Take care, and all that good jazz. Thanks again, guys. See you tomorrow.